Hello, everybody. I will share my screen. Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
Can you see it? Okay. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and participants of the Congress. I would like to present to your attention a report on the topic that Dmitry already said, psychophysiological effects of psychological counseling for people experiencing professional burnout, with the results of our practical research with applying the BioWell gas discharge visualization. So to begin with, let me introduce the team of authors. Водопьянова Наталья Евгеньевна, doctor of psychology, professor of the Department of Psychology of Occupational Health and Professional Activity at St. Petersburg State University. She is the author of the resource model for burnout prevention and one of the leading scientists in this field of professional burnout in our country. Rail Hairulin is a graduate student at the St. Petersburg State University. He is a practicing psychologist and an expert in negotiations in business professional counseling. And he is the author of the 7-step model of professional counseling. And me, Alexandra Banayan, is a candidate of psychological science, psychologist, and psychophysiologist. In the past, head of the laboratory of psychology and psychophysiology of sports in Scientific Research Institute. I have been working with athletes of national teams for more than 15 years, and in my practice, I use hardware methods for diagnosing and monitoring the psychophysiological state of athletes, and GDV method is the main one. The study of the psychophysiological state based on human bioenergetics parameters is currently becoming relevant in various areas. So we have already heard during this Congress many areas, so health, education, and sports as well. Earlier in our research, we identified the discrepancy between students' subjective assessments of their condition and indicators of hardware methods, including GDV. Therefore, we believe that the control of psychophysiological effects is becoming particularly relevant in the process of psychological counseling for people experiencing problems of professional adaptation, burnout. In sports, the GDV method is used for monitor the psychophysiological state during training camps, to predict the success of performance, to assess the athlete's condition before the start and immediately after the finish of competitions, as well as to assess the quality of recovery process. Next slide. In modern conditions of uncertainty and digitalization, issues of professional burnout are becoming increasingly relevant. The results of the study shows that professional adaptation and maladaptation in the context of digitalization have a significant impact on the human condition. Digitalization complies adaptation processes, which leads to maladaptation. Maladjustment negatively affects the quality of work and the social psychological climate. Professional adaptation as a psychological phenomenon includes psychophysiological, psychological, and social components. Mastering skills and integrating into professional activities are key aspects of adaptation. An indicator of adaptation is an individual style of solving professional tasks. Thus, the study conducted by Vodopyanova and Kharulin revealed a change in the requests and psychophysiological experiences with which modern clients come to psychological help. Groups of customer requests were identified in the context of digitalization of life and work. They are increased anxiety of a general nature, increased anxiety directly related to work activity in terms of intensity and responsibility, signs of professional burnout, high financial burden, mortgage, children loans, problems with self-esteem, conflicts at work, the need for choice, changing jobs, positions, moving to another city. The results obtained allow us to state the need for new models and technologies of psychological assistance founded by a research-based approach and the monitoring of psychophysiological effects in the process of psychological counseling. A seven-stage model of professional counseling was developed by my colleagues in 2024, which contains first step, contact with the client, diagnostics, then detailed research, orientation in the request, then in-depth analysis, optimization of the client's condition, expanding the client's resource base, offering solutions to change cognitive behavioral strategies, changing schema models, using experimental cognitive and behavioral techniques. Recommendations for saving changes, the client's contact with himself. The aim of our study was to evaluate the effectiveness of seven-step model in psychological counseling for clients who experience problems of professional burnout using the gas discharge visualization method and to identify the psychophysiological effects. The present study involved 12 professionals from helping professions who came to psychological counseling with a request for help to overcome professional burnout. In the process of psychological counseling, the psychophysiological state of the clients was monitoring using BioWell, which recorded the following parameters: stress, energy, and integral parameter of psychophysiological state. It is the author's method using the integral index of the current psychophysiological state calculated according to the formula proposed by the author and presented on this picture. The method of monitoring of the psychophysiological state of the client consists in conducting a GDV survey of 10 fingers of both hands of the client before the start of the consultation and again after the end of all sessions. Here we can see the dynamics of changes in the psychophysiological state of clients before and after the counseling. Yellow bars are indicators of the psychophysiological state of the clients before the start of counseling, and the green one after a total of 16 hours of professional counseling, according to the 7-step model proposed by our team. This picture presents dynamics of changes stress of clients before and after the psychological counseling. We can see also that the stress yellow bars are at the beginning and the green bars after all sessions. And we can see that the stress level decreased significantly. So about the energy, the energy index has also changed significantly from low values to optimal and elevated ones. The results of our study demonstrate the presence of significant differences in parameters before and after the impact of proposed 7-step counseling model in the group of 12 clients. Thus, our research allows us to conclude that the indicators stress, energy, and integrated index measured using the GDV method by Biowell can be used to diagnose burnout syndrome. The 7-step psychological counseling model based on the resources approach helps us to optimize the psychophysiological state and is effective in mitigating the severity of professional burnout. The GDV method can be used as a non-invasive tool for diagnostic monitoring of the psychophysiological effects of a person's condition associated with stress, emotional stress, and professional burnout by analyzing energy indications. And on behalf of our team of authors of the presented study, thank you for your attention.